Welcome to the Moms That Read podcast. I'm McKenzie.
I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Katarina. Today is our May book club for On Wings of Blood. This will be an interesting one because we have very different opinions on this book.
Very different opinions.
Before we get into it, we're going to talk about our recent reads. So what are y'all reading right now? Or have finished?
I am still making my way through the tandem. I have 6 hours left of the audiobook.
I feel like the last 10 episodes, it's been like 50 hours, 27 hours, 12 hours.
When did I start this? Months ago, it feels like. But I will say, today I was listening in the car, and I finally have hit parts of Tower of Dawn where I was physically screaming in the car because of I found out who Irene was.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I was freaking out. And then I also found out about the Vol Queen.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. There's
shook.
like 5 more plot twists you have coming, too.
In Tower of Dawn.
In both of, like, in the books.
I was like chills while I was driving. I kept having to pause it because I was freaking out.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
The very end of Tower of Dawn, you're going to be like, oh, my gosh. Yeah.
I'm just glad it got to this because I've been patiently waiting for something like this to happen, like for it to connect.
Yeah.
It was so good. I'm excited, though.
I just finished The Girlfriend Zone by Lauren Blakely, which is a hockey
Never
romance.
heard of it.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a hockey romance. You wouldn't like it.
Pattern is like, nope.
I had actually read one book by her before.
What book? I've
And
heard of
it's-
her. I think.
I don't know if she writes any other series. I've read 2 out of
That
one
name
of
sounds
her
familiar.
hockey series.
Yeah.
But I saw this one. Someone posted it on TikTok and was like, he's a great book boyfriend because he learned sign language for her because she's partially deaf.
Oh.
And I was like,
Aw.
immediately,
That's sweet.
That's
And it's been good?
I loved it. It was
That's cute.
you wouldn't like it. But yeah.
Was it spicy?
It wasn't that spicy, but the first time, I mean, yeah, it was a little spicy.
Okay. You need to read Archer's voice because
Okay.
the same thing. He is deaf, and she learns the
Okay.
same thing for him.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
cute.
It's not any more spicy than the books
Normal stuff.
we already
Yeah.
read,
Okay.
but she would kind of cringe, I think.
That's some of the things that happen.
The very first time they meet, she's a photographer,
Yeah.
and he kept his identity hidden.
Oh.
That he played hockey because he didn't want her to know.
Yeah.
And his grandma sent him to get pictures done, and the girl who was supposed to take pictures, because she does boudoir photos and stuff like that, and so the girl who was supposed to take pictures didn't show up. So she filled in because she had already rented the studio. And then it was kind of the stranger's first date pictures,
Yeah.
kind of like that. It was kind of like that vibes, but it was so good. It
I
was so
kind of
good.
like that.
And her dad's the coach of the hockey team.
Oh.
So that's where it
okay.
got a little messy. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Okay.
Interesting.
yeah.
No, that sounds
It was
really good.
fun. It was a fun read.
So I finished Silver Elite.
Oh.
I just posted a book review on it. So if you want to check that out, I loved it personally. So
Is it all the hype the book talk is giving it?
well, it's controversial because most people hate it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay,
think-
so when it first
yeah.
came out, that
It-
was not the vibe.
No.
No, it was huge.
Okay.
And then as people started reading it, they were like, this is not marketed right because it's marketed as
Katniss.
Hunger Games for adults, which is pretty adult, but it's not like the Hunger Games at all.
Oh.
It's kind of got dystopian vibes. Like it's a post-apocalyptic, but it's not really. It's more fantasy. I would compare it to Powerless, but the opposite. So she has psychic powers, and everyone's getting killed for their psychic powers instead of
Okay.
Powerless, where she's
She doesn't
It's the
have
opposite,
anything.
yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
So I would hate
also
it.
like the post.
I liked it. I don't know.
I just
It's
don't like
military.
dystopian.
It's got the Fourth Wing vibe with the military school. I don't know. I don't think it'd be your favorite.
No.
I liked it.
There is a bunch of people on the post that's going viral of hers that are like, AI wrote this book.
Yeah,
I have seen that.
And I'm
Which
like,
I
Wouldn't that
also
be
think Frida
wild?
McFadden
That'd
is
be wild.
AI personally.
Shut up,
So,
really?
yeah.
Is that a real person?
I mean, she is a
Okay.
real person.
Okay.
But she pumps out 4 books a year, first of all. And they all sound very similar. And they're very vague, the boyfriend, the coworker,
Right.
the inmate. It's just very
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's something off there. I still enjoy her books, but I don't know. It's a little weird. She literally has 4 books coming out this year. You can't write 4 books
That's
in a year.
a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I cannot even get Sarah J. Maas to come out with one every 6 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So,
That's impressive.
yeah. So, June book club.
Yep.
Who wants to announce it?
We're so excited. We are massive supporters of Rachel Gillig.
Yes.
Ever since the Shepherd King duology. Obsessed with her. So, of course, we had to go with The Night and the Moth.
Yes. I'm excited.
We
I
put
don't
it
know
up
what
for
to
a vote, but,
expect.
like,
All the artwork
It's
is
weird.
gosh, like
It's
the
kinda
vibes that I'm not
creepy.
going to like it. I know.
Me too. I'm like, do I actually think I'm going to like this?
do you
But also,
also
I
know what
love
it's about?
Shepherd- Yeah, it's about a seer.
So
Right?
there's like a group
An
of
oracle,
girls
essentially.
who are like oracles essentially,
Yeah.
and people travel all around to come and have their fortune,
yes.
essentially their
Okay.
fortune
And a night
sold.
comes.
And a night comes
Yeah.
because the girls keep disappearing,
Okay.
and she has
The
to
oracles
work,
keep disappearing.
The oracles keep disappearing, and she has to work with the
Oh.
night to try and figure out what's going on.
So it's kind of
I have-
mystery.
Yeah,
As well.
But I'm trying to figure out where the
Interesting.
gothic, because she's very gothic
Yeah.
in the
I
terms
could,
of
I mean, just based
fantasy.
on the pictures, it's very
right.
gothic.
So I'm interested to see how
pictures are
that-
kinda odd.
But,
like,
you know.
Are they blind? I don't know.
Well, oracles in
I'm
Greek
excited to
mythology
read them.
like can see until it's like time for their visions, and then they like.
Yes.
So I wonder if it's something
Oh,
like
that's
that.
interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. But
don't know if
also,
it's just-
it
I
said
mean,
the
it-
night and the moth, so it has something to do
I'm
with the
confused
moth.
about the moth.
I don't know either.
Listen,
I don't
I'm
like
here for
moths.
it. Whatever she writes. What
I
can
know.
But
read?
moths are kind of like gothic
Yeah.
too.
That's true.
So
I just know she writes way over my head, and it's going
Oh.
to take me a minute to get through this.
I'm so excited though.
I know,
It's
and
really
you're
good.
reading it physical book. You're not reading it Kindle. So
No,
that's going to take you
prayers.
even longer.
I need to start it tomorrow.
You'll finish it by the end of June. It's fine.
Probably. I don't know what it is about physical books, but I read so slow.
I know. And I read Shield of
so funny.
Sparrows as a physical book, and that's a long behind
It's
book.
on Kindle Unlimited.
It is.
I just put
but
it on Kindle Unlimited.
I
Yeah.
read it before it came out, though.
That's right, because we got the art for
okay.
it.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it wasn't on Kindle Unlimited yet. So
Interesting.
it took
RIP.
me about a week to read it physical, but it would have taken me probably 3 days if I was reading it on Kindle.
See, that's the only thing that's in my favor for that book. I just put it on Kindle. My Kindle.
That's the other thing. Is the main character Cross? Is that his name?
In wood.
In Shield of Sparrows.
No.
Okay, no, I saw a reel. Silver Elite, the MC is Cross. That's
No.
his name. And I saw a reel that was like they came out the same day. They even have the same MMC name.
No, they do not. That person lying.
Interesting. And I put that in my book review. I was like, I haven't read it, but I heard his name's the same.
It is not.
Oops.
It is
We'll
not.
fact check
Okay.
later.
I cannot tell you his name though. Sorry.
Okay. Interesting. It's a twist. Part of
There's-
the twist?
There's about 3 twists that have to do with his name. So good luck.
Okay.
Interesting.
But neither one
Okay.
of them are cross.
Interesting. Okay. I don't know. Very strange. Anyway. On Wings of Blood.
You wanna
What
say
did
our
y'all
ratings
rate
first?
it? Yeah.
3 stars.
I 5-starred it.
What?
I loved
I
it.
3-starred it. It was weird because I got into it
Yep.
and I could read it. It wasn't something that I was going to DNF.
Right.
But the whole time I was like, ugh.
So
But
I
don't-
said I felt like it was Harry Potter, but with vampires, written by a teenager.
I didn't like the writing style.
I didn't
at
like the
all.
writing at all.
And I think
Yeah.
a lot of the 1-star reviews talk about the style of the
writing, yeah.
writing. And I don't know if it's just like the setting that it's in because
Yeah.
they're younger, because it's also that vibe of Boys to Tolman. Like, it's a younger crowd.
Yeah.
And so I don't
think
know.
they're in college, though.
Is
I
it?
think they're
more
supposed to be like
college.
20 to
Okay.
22
Okay.
was the vibe I was getting
I
But-
also was not emotionally attached to any
of the characters.
characters. at
Oh,
all.
I was.
Florence.
But he died.
Oh,
Naveen,
Naveen.
I still wasn't that emotionally attached to him.
Oh, I
to be
loved
honest.
him.
I loved him and I loved Florence, but
Yeah, I did
they're
too.
the only 2 characters that I liked.
And then when Florence, like when she almost walked into the fire, that to me was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I mean,
crazy.
I don't like.
I knew she wasn't going to because there was no way that she died. Like honestly,
but I didn't think there was any way Naveen died.
I don't
and
know.
he
I
did.
kind of got the vibe he might once he failed all of his classes because
Yeah,
he was saying
got
that-
real in his
I wasn't
head.
expecting him to die, though. I was expecting him to get kicked out. But
Yeah.
I didn't expect a lot of the things that I read in that book.
yeah.
I mean, honestly, I feel like it was juvenile writing. Like it had great ideas. I liked the plot. I didn't
Yeah.
like any of the characters. Like the main characters sucked and
Mind
lacked.
him.
I don't like the bully aspect.
I don't either. I don't
you
like
don't
the
read
bully.
Zodiac Academy then.
No,
I did.
a lot of people compared it to Zodiac Academy. in
It's
the way
very
that
similar.
written.
Which
Okay.
and I love Zodiac Academy.
Right.
Like, would you
So-
consider Quicksilver a bully romance?
No.
No, I think he was just a jerk. Period.
I
Like
thought
I don't
he
think
was
he was
trying to
bullying
hide stuff.
her.
I felt like Blake was like Kingfisher, but with no redeeming qualities. Like, at least by the end of Quicksilver,
But then
I
you
loved.
have Ania, and he like saved her. Like I feel like there were little pieces that kind of showed his humanity a little bit.
But
I
she
don't know.
needed to be put down.
Oh, she 100% did. But in his mind, like he had saved her. You know what I mean?
Right.
And was almost like a fatherly figure.
I just
That
also
was a weird. That was weird.
his character himself. I want to read a story where I'm obsessed with the MC, and the fact that I could not figure him out, and then at the
Yeah.
end where he was like, he just took from her and like completely drank her blood.
Yeah.
But like we also have not been told the whole story. There's so much that has been left out, and I don't know if
Yeah.
it was done on purpose, but
For the
there
second
were a
book.
lot
Well,
of holes to me.
Did you read this?
No, I saw
Synopsis?
reviews that said when I was looking at 1-star reviews, it was basically like there was a lot of plot holes, but I'm holding out hope that they're answered in the second book. And they came back and said, nope, they're not. The second book's worse. And I'm like, well, that seals it for
Third
me.
book
that
comes
I'm
out in
not
June
reading
too.
The second
That's
book.
interesting. Briar Boleyn is a pen name too.
Yeah, you,
Oh.
I knew you
Yeah,
said that.
I was looking her up because
I would
was
have
like,
a pen name if I wrote like that too.
she has like 2 other
Real
series under
facts.
that name. Her real name, if I looked up the right person, the real name is like a girl who writes like 1800 romance.
Ew.
I was shocked. Like I was like, why have a pen name? Like it's not like she was some big writer in a
Right.
different genre. Or it was. I thought it was kind of interesting. I was like, all right. I don't know
Yeah.
why
I
she has a
just-
pen name.
The only thing I liked about Blake was that he saved the Fluffin.
That was really cute.
I love a good animal in a story.
I do
I mean,
too.
the Fluffin was one of
cutest
the
part.
best parts of the whole entire book.
Yes.
And when the freaking animal is the best part of the whole entire book, we have an issue.
Yes. Well, there was a lot happening with the mom thing.
Yeah.
I'm also just really confused. I want to know in the second book, do we find out more about where she came from? Does it have any connection to why she is there? How the heck did she jump worlds? I'm just really confused. That part
Yeah.
didn't make any sense. She also didn't talk a lot about where her world was from and
Wasn't
how
it Camelot?
functioned.
It was something
Like,
like,
it was like
Used that
Merlin
name.
vibes.
Yes.
Okay.
But it was a completely different vibe
World.
than
then
See,
I
the
can't
vibe
remember
I
the name
got
of
was
it.
that she basically jumped from like Throne of Glass world to like Akatar world. You know what I mean?
yeah,
like
okay.
got thrown into that. But like it
because she
still
thought she
doesn't-
died.
Yeah, and it doesn't. And her mom threw her into another
Her mom
world.
who died giving birth to her.
Yeah,
yeah.
Which
and then she
makes
went into a
sense.
knife.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And then whenever she transferred her worlds, the mom got stuck in her brain. Which okay, that part was kind of cool. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But like then you put her in a knife.
That reminded me
Because
of
no,
honestly
there
that
was,
was
like-
Quicksilver vibes.
Yeah.
That's what happened
Yeah.
in
That's
Quicksilver.
what This book reminded me of
bunch of
Quicksilver
different
badly
books.
done. Like,
But you also
did-
don't like Dark Academia.
I
So that was
don't think
part-
I mind Dark Academia. I just didn't like him.
I will
Okay,
say,
know
that's
what I
fair.
mean?
Yeah.
one of the things I did like about the plot and the setting was the build. Like, I'm very curious about the magic that controls the mortals and what Victor Dracaro, is that how
Jack Harrow is what I
something
said.
like that. What Victor is up to. And
Yeah.
because it's supposed to be ruled by the 4 groups in the 4 houses.
Yeah.
But he's kind of taken over. So I am really curious. I like
Yeah.
how all that was structured.
Yeah. That had Harry Potter vibes.
Yeah, no, it
And
for
see,
sure did.
That,
That's where,
that makes sense.
like I said, I got Harry Potter, but with like vampires and humans. Like that was fun. Like I liked the plot. I thought the storyline was good, and I feel like it could have been good had someone else wrote it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if someone else had taken this idea,
You probably would have
I
liked it
would
better.
have loved it.
Because I like the idea that the dragons have been MIA for centuries.
Yeah.
And she's the one to bring them back.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Which means something is going to come about that. Or
Right.
come
But
about
that-
in the second book with that.
Is there going to be more than one dragon? I don't know.
There were 4.
Right. But he was the
So-
only one.
And I also thought it was funny that the dragon she woke up was the Avari dragon.
right. It wasn't even the house
wasn't
that
even
she
the
Which
house
belonged
means
she
she's
was
to.
in.
probably going to play. Didn't she? She didn't pledge allegiance anywhere, did she?
I think
Or
She's
she
Dracaro.
Yeah, she.
Dracaro.
Okay. Maybe
I
there's
hate all
something
of their
there.
names.
Yeah, they were.
I wanted to throw punch Reagan.
Oh my gosh, she was
She was
awful.
obnoxious.
And she didn't even die at the end.
She should have been killed.
She should have been killed off. It's another reason, like, know your readers, and like, there's a
She'll
point
probably
where she
die
gets
later
too
on.
much. I know, but she was too much.
She was a lot.
Yeah, I
She
didn't
was
like
like
her.
the Draco.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just did.
So one thing I had put, did any parts disturb you? Because there were a couple
Yes.
parts that I was like, oh my gosh.
The
That
only
one
gosh.
chapter, and then I texted
The
you all. And I
same
said,
one?
"I know Katarina
Oh
didn't
my
read
gosh.
this chapter."
I did actually.
You read that?
Because
I've never read
I
anything.
felt like
that.
there was so much plot in that. Like you needed to see that in a way to like see how disgusting and evil they are. And that
Right.
was Medra's way of being like, this is wrong.
Okay, but her response to it, that was weird.
Yeah.
Wow,
they
it happened.
were
Yeah.
fooling around.
Yeah.
I
okay.
felt like
yeah,
that
I
was a
remember
that.
Shein
happened.
version of the Shein
She version.
of the throne scene.
Oh yeah.
I am done. It is. Absolutely.
I
a
was-
That's
Shein
true.
version.
The
Okay,
whole
yeah,
time
yeah.
I was like, okay, speed. I was like, am I missing anything? I don't know, but I said,
You might be, but
ain't no way. I just read this because
Yeah, okay.
I
that's
did
on my
not give
list of things.
permission.
I forgot about
Not.
that. Clearly, I skimmed it. I
could've
remembered
sworn
it, but
That you said there's not any. space
there's
in
not.
this. It's like that went from level. 10
I think that was it
spice.
though. There wasn't really anything else after that.
No, but why did she have to do that?
There.
Yeah.
Then.
There could have been
I don't
other
know.
things. I don't know. That was
Yeah.
one thing that I was like immediate 1 star taken away.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought Anea was kind of disturbing too.
Yeah.
Anea, however
Like,
you
what's
say
her
name.
purpose?
I don't feel like that served any purpose either.
Unless it's to show that Blake truly
Right,
has a
but
heart.
His whole
It's
time
still
he
questionable.
was thinking like, how am I going to make this better for myself?
Yeah.
Right.
That was like his internal dialogue,
Yeah.
which I was glad
Yeah.
to get a different POV, but at the same time, I almost didn't want to.
Yeah.
Well, and I feel like it's trying to show he has a heart, but is it not inhumane to let her go crazy without doing anything about it?
I mean, yeah.
You know what I
too.
mean? Like,
Right.
But I also think, I don't know, she wasn't that crazy initially when he adopted her, right?
well, he turned her.
He
Or
had to-
turned
he
her.
turned
Yeah.
her.
But
And
And
I
think
wonder
it
if
gets
she
worse as
progressively
gets
got
older.
worse.
I think so.
But he was so attached to her because it was like his daughter in a way. Like he thought of her as his daughter. I wonder if he was
Yeah.
like, I'm going to protect her, but like I know she's crazy.
Yeah.
But she's mine. You know?
I got
That was
Volturi
disturbing.
vibes the whole time I was reading this.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
I can't
Like
That, I
Victor?
think I can't read vampire stories because it's
Yeah.
Twilight. I
Yeah.
can't.
I
It just doesn't interest
definitely
me.
can. You'll like Serpent in the Wings of Night.
Okay.
Yeah, you would.
You would.
I
I
liked
did
it.
like Blood and Ash, the first 2 books. I DNF'd the 3rd
Yeah.
book and didn't finish the series
Yeah.
because it was just too much. But I really liked the vampires in that setting.
Yeah.
liked
I
that.
can totally see Volturi now that you said that. Like
Yes,
them,
just
oh,
crazy
absolutely.
and want all the power.
and like them holding her on trial
Yes.
and stuff like that and controlling. Yes, that is
like
totally
that whole
Volturi.
like the whole rule system is how I see it.
It was
I saw
interesting how they were like, everyone else is expendable except us. Like, I don't care if you live or die. Like,
Right.
we're done. So,
I did like the trials.
Yeah,
That
the
was
trials
kinda
were
fun.
good.
Yeah.
The trials. Were
I wish
good.
it was longer. It was only
Right.
like,
a couple chapters.
yeah.
And I did like the classes, like how they described the classes. Like I
See,
said,
that is Dark Academia.
I liked the plot.
yeah.
I just hated the characters.
I can
wanted
give you some
more
better Dark
from
Academia.
Rodriguez. I wanted more from him.
Yeah.
And I thought we would find out more.
Maybe later?
Maybe later. Because she got so involved with trying to figure out how to get her mom from her. I
Yeah.
would have liked that part if it wasn't going to have any negative any negative
Yeah.
repercussions to her.
Yeah.
And that's why she kind of went on the side quest. Because I really wanted her to figure out more about the dragons. I was really interested in that. But
and the
we got
dragons weren't
nothing
even
from it.
a thing until like the very end of the
The
book.
last 3 pages.
Other than her climbing on the dragon's back, but it was a statue at that point.
well, yeah, and someone made her do that.
Yeah.
But that's what annoyed me was there was literally no dragons. There was nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
No
a feeling though
dragons.
the second book is probably going to be dragon
I
filled.
mean, from what I've seen, yes. But also,
also
I feel
called-
like the dragons are gonna suck just like the
I
main
know.
Maybe.
characters
It's
did.
called the bond that burns though. So I'm wondering if the bond is the dragon bond, kind of like in Fourth Wing.
Well, yeah, I think it is because I think the second book is mainly about
The
Medra
figuring out the
bonding with her
dragon.
dragon.
She
Yeah.
can't end up with Blake. That's just
Oh, 100%. So what's interesting is you asked if Blake was going to be end game. I saw some theories that Cage comes into play big time.
Oh, I definitely wrote that. I said
I liked him,
and the fact that her dragon came from his house.
Yes. Oh,
and
that
so
would make sense.
I saw something that I was like, oh, that kind of would be cool. Is if Medra was, is it Archon, whatever.
Yeah.
Her own.
If she was the Archon and Blake and Cage were her consorts.
Ooh.
That would be interesting. I also saw where Blake is technically endgame, but Cage is somehow familially related to her.
Oh.
I thought that was interesting. Yeah.
Huh.
Like
So
a long
is
lost
he
brother, or I don't know.
So would he be half fae?
This was literally someone's review on Goodreads, but it was like there's something on
Right.
like going. And I was like,
But
that
there's
actually is interesting.
So there's no Fae though in that world. They don't even
No.
know what the Fae are.
Right.
No.
Which also doesn't make any sense. Because
She's
why would she
so-
have to be half fae if nobody in that world? And like I thought something would come into play with that.
Yeah.
Or like you know how faes normally have powers. Like she would have some sort of power from being
Right.
a fae. But it
She did
doesn't
talk
make
about
sense.
how she felt empty
exactly and
because
nothing
she
came
didn't
of it.
have power.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and she felt. I thought she said when she was fighting, she felt something.
But I thought that was because of Blake's blood.
Maybe,
that
but
she drank.
nothing came of it. Nothing came of the Fae, which kind of annoyed me.
Maybe
There's
later.
just a lot going on,
there was a lot,
and I wanted it to be more streamlined.
yeah, it's interesting because I loved it a lot, and I felt like I read it fast in the moment, but then it took me like 6 days. I felt like there was so much that like I don't know, and then looking back, I read it like a month ago, and I'm like I feel like it was just like all jumbled up because there was just so.
Did your
much.
opinion of it change after? Because like I feel like when I read something and then
Yeah.
I sit on it for a
You're
few
like,
days.
I mean, I would have read the second book by now if I knew we weren't doing this. I wanted to wait till after this because
Okay.
I didn't want to like in my mind get them confused. But like, I will probably start. The
I
next
need you to
book
read
soon.
it and then tell us what happens.
Okay. You don't want to read it.
I don't want to read it at all.
Well,
I'm
the third book
0%.
comes out in a couple weeks. I kind of want to read it before that comes out.
Is it a trilogy?
I don't know.
Yeah.
How
So-
did she drag that out?
I'm 0% interested in anything that comes after this book.
I'm excited.
Me either.
No,
I know
literally,
Casey wants to read it too. She's like, "Oh, I loved it."
What?
I think
Yes.
I just if I would have liked one of the two main characters,
It
I
would've
would
helped.
probably feel different. But I did not like
Yeah.
either one, and I put at 60%. I said, "Listen, Linda, it's not. It's like the Kingfisher hype. He does one semi good thing, and everyone's in love. Like he is a douche canoe for most of the book, and gives the girls a literal crumb, and they go feral.
I did not.
I'm not
like
obsessed with him.
I'm not obsessed with him.
I also
all the
really love the
reviews
name
were.
Blake, and so I don't know why, but I like.
I want to be
was like,
obsessed
oh,
with
I
my
love that.
MMC, and it just wasn't.
Yeah. I feel like I saw redeeming things in him, so maybe later I could see that.
I feel
But-
like every time he got to the point of like, okay, he's giving me something, he'd immediately
took
did
it back.
Yeah.
something else. Like at the end, when I was like, literally, don't piss me off, Blake. Like I put that in my notes. I'm like, here, you're about to piss me off. I just know
then
it. And then
And-
if he would have literally just said, hey, to complete the mating bond, or the
I am
bond,
not allowed to drink from anyone. I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Could you do this for me?
could you do this for me? I need to
And he
drink
just
from
took
you.
it.
Yeah,
And then he was like, no, and then just grabbed her and like, dude,
that's true.
consent would be great.
Yeah.
That's true.
I should have known from the 75 trigger warnings that were listed that I was going to be like, if there's this many triggers, that means too much is happening.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I don't think there was that many triggers. Like, I just,
No, I think that one scene was
That one scene I said,
just very disturbing.
yeah,
I do
but-
appreciate the redhead representation of the main character.
yeah.
So, I appreciate that. Between that and
funny.
this vicious dream, those are the only two that I'm
Oh,
like,
nice.
Mm-hmm.
redheads.
She is a redhead.
Interesting. It is interesting though when you texted the trigger warnings. You're like, oh, I was like, honestly, it's not.
No,
It's
wasn't
not that bad. I mean, there's like one chapter maybe that's kind of like, but it's
Yeah,
not.
I
Like
got to it.
you go into that and you're like, oh, what am I getting
Yeah.
into? And it wasn't.
No.
It wasn't that.
I
bad.
just truly don't know how she's dragging this out, though.
don't
Like
either.
into the. I feel like this.
I feel like there's a lot
probably-
though.
Well, yeah, because there was nothing answered, but also I feel
Book
like
2,
there's
book 3.
so much
Yeah.
that it's just confusing, and I'm so uninterested because there wasn't one thing that hooked me
Yeah.
because
me-
there was so many side plots.
I'm
Yeah.
just like, there's better things that I can read right now.
Yeah, that's
that
fair.
and
I'd
it,
much-
I might go back. I don't know.
Yeah.
I probably won't.
I do like. I don't even think I said. I might have saved it. My favorite part from the whole book was when she quoted Hamlet. I'm such a Shakespeare's girl.
I totally
love-
skimmed
I
that
didn't
part.
even know that she
Oh,
quoted
she
Hamlet.
said I was giggling. Where
It was like towards the end, wasn't
Is
it?
it the end? She said, "The prince of the blessed blood doth protest too much."
Yeah.
That was
the best part from the whole book.
That went right over my head.
I was like, "Well, redeemed." There's
The best part of the book for me was that Florence was pretty much Hermione, and
I loved her.
I got that.
She was
the
precious.
Fluffins.
Yes.
Loved
Yeah.
the Fluffins.
They were cute.
I love
Other
Naveen.
than that, this book had no redeeming qualities to me. I would much rather read Quicksilver again, and I didn't even love that book.
No, not me. I would read this.
I liked Quicksilver much more than I liked this.
Yeah, Quicksilver is like up a pedestal when you bring this into the
Yeah.
play.
So
for sure.
funny. No, I don't. I
Like
5-star this and I
giving-
4-star Quicksilver.
I was trying to be nice with my 3-star with this, but I gave Quicksilver 3.5 stars.
So like, it's just a
See, I loved Quicksilver.
I would
liked
probably,
it.
if I wasn't being nice, give this a 2. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Honestly, I could see it. I was
was
more
really
think
trying to be
about
nice.
what happened, I just really hated that one scene.
Yeah. Were you expecting to like it more?
I wanted to.
I
you
wanted to love this book.
Yeah.
Like, I went in thinking, because there's so many good reviews about
Yeah.
it on TikTok.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh yeah, I'm so excited to read this
TikTok
book.
did me dirty.
And
Oh, that's hilarious. That was one of my 1-stars.
yeah,
That's
TikTok
funny.
did me dirty.
Let's see. Do you want to do 1-stars?
Okay. Mine is exactly pretty much how I feel about this book. I now understand what it means to hate read something.
Oh.
And I was like, pretty much.
Okay.
I hated reading this book. So.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. It is absolutely criminal that people compare this to Harry Potter and Fourth Wing. That is, without a doubt, one of the worst books I've read this year. Just because certain concepts might work well individually doesn't mean that throwing them all together, vampires, academia, magic, world traveling, and dragons, will automatically result in a cohesive story. It absolutely did not work.
I mean, honestly, I feel like all those work together if it was written good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this was actually my problem. It said the author refuses to use actual paragraphs. I thought about that.
You wrote that to
That's
us in the
so
group chat.
funny.
Yes, because I said, what? I hate that it was just one line.
That is true.
It drove me
That's
nuts.
true. Yeah.
Like, where's the story? Because I feel like I'm
That's
just
true.
reading choppiness.
This one says it's giving very tell, not show. Very unseasoned writing. Yes.
Oh, yes.
I honestly
No.
think that's the problem. Honestly, I don't know.
So the story could be good.
I feel like I said the
The
story.
bones of it
The
were-
story
Yeah.
was good. The
Just not well
writing
written.
and someone else could have done this
Yeah.
a lot better.
I'll never learn. Book talk got me again.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
For real.
I feel bad,
So
but
also, I don't.
I feel like when you rip the writing, I'm like, yes, but also I just didn't like the style of writing.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm not
Yeah.
looking at your editing. I don't really care. But the spacing actually drove me nuts.
Yeah.
But the style of writing, horrible. I hated it.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But
That's fair.
you didn't make me DNF it, so I mean,
I might have DNF'd it had we not been doing this.
that's fair.
That's funny.
I always want to know what happens
Yeah.
and how the book ends, even though got
Unless it's a book
nothing
that I'm
from
like,
that.
I literally
But
don't
I was
care.
also holding out hope that it would be like Quicksilver and the last 30% would hook me.
Yeah.
Like Quicksilver did.
Right.
It did not.
It did not.
Spoiler, it
Interesting.
did not.
Nice.
Yeah.
So y'all will not be continuing.
Sorry,
No.
Katarina.
I need
I'll
you to
continue and I'll let you know how it is.
I didn't
Give us
wanna
a synopsis,
continue.
please.
I'll just Google
I
it.
can always ask ChatGPT.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it would tell you.
It does a really good job of summarizing things for
It
me.
really does.
I love
That's
ChatGPT.
so funny.
I call it my
Anyway,
friend.
TBR jar.
TBR.
I get so
excited.
excited. I love this part.
Have you seen all the people commenting and they're like, I'm starting a TBR?
Yes.
I love it so much.
That's so fun. Okay, so who wants to start?
I had the beach trap.
Did you finish?
Oh, okay.
Did you like it?
It's literally giving older Parent Trap, but on the beach.
It's so cute. You liked it, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
I
What'd you
rate
love
it?
the Parent
I gave
Trap.
it 4.5.
4.
Yeah.
I love the Parent Trap.
I think she's just a fun writer.
Yeah, no,
Who
it
wrote it?
was.
Allie Brady. She only has
say, I
4
don't remember
books.
her name.
That was her first one. She's written one every summer.
Didn't one come out like soon? Or
Battle of the Bookstores comes out next week.
I was about to say, there's another one I think I saw that.
There's
guy
2 more
also.
summer ones. Come back summer and
Was
until
it
next
an
summer.
easy read? Like a quick
Yeah,
read?
it was easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not on Kindle Unlimited though.
Okay.
Yeah. So
No, and she's like not popular at all. My book club at my school did it
Right.
years ago, and everyone was like, "I've heard this is cute. Let's just do it." It was like our summer one, and everyone loved it. And there was like This is really cute.
No, it's literally The Parent Trap,
Yeah.
but on the beach. Yeah,
I love
It's
that.
cute.
Is one of my favorite
It's fun.
movies.
You'd like it.
Okay.
It's really
Maybe
cute.
it would be a good palate cleanser.
Yeah.
So I read Fragile Sanctuary. Catherine Cowles.
Yes.
Love it. I could not sing praises enough because
You've read the second book too.
I did.
haven't
I
you?
immediately. Well, okay. I took a break because I had to read Metal Slinger, but
Yeah.
then I went back and, like I said in one of the other podcasts, like that is one of the only romance series that I see myself wanting to finish.
Yes.
It was so good. I loved
Nice.
it. I ate it up.
I love.
I think I read it in
need to
2
read it at
days.
some point.
Absolutely, I did too. I think I read all of them in 2 days, and I want to start one of her other series because she has more series.
Okay.
But I haven't read any of them yet. And the 5th book of the series we're reading now comes out in July.
Oh,
2 days after my birthday.
nice birthday present.
I know.
Oh.
I
Nice.
was like, I messaged her. I'm like, how do you get an arc for this? Because it comes out 2 days after my birthday.
So, I mean,
Read it for your birthday. So I read Babylonia. It was fine. I don't think you'll like it.
really?
It's kind of boring.
You can keep it.
You can have it back. It's fine. It was fine. It was about a girl who, and she's apparently a real person. Like this was, I mean, it is
No,
historical
yeah,
fiction.
it is a real person.
She was basically like a peasant who didn't like that women were kind of like silenced back in her day, and so she worked through the Assyrian Empire to become the only Assyrian queen. So like that part was kind of cool, but it was fine. It wasn't my favorite. I 3-starred it.
It had such good reviews.
Generously.
You generously.
It had
freestyle.
such good reviews, and
I don't think you'll like
the
it.
way, like the way, like the world it's in. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, Katarina might find this interesting.
I totally was excited to read it. Mm-hmm. It was fine. It was fine. You would hate it.
I
That's
saw.
not
no,
your.
absolutely.
that's not
If
your
you
cup
say
of tea.
historical fiction,
I don't think you'll love it.
No, thank you.
Okay,
I saw you 3-starred it, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm good.
yeah, that's rough if Katarina
I'm
gives
good.
it
It
3
was fine.
stars.
Yay,
But
new books.
hopefully this
Yay.
one- You know.
I'm nervous.
Whoops.
Oh, this always makes me
McKenzie.
nervous.
I get excited about this. I think it's so fun. All right.
Okay.
You ready?
Okay,
Get my pen.
okay, what'd you get? Oh God, what?
What'd you get?
Twilight, Twilight, yes.
Did you get it?
Yep.
I'm so excited.
And I just finished a vampire book.
I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. We have been trying to get Katarina to
And
read
I have been
Twilight
praying I would never pick it out.
because she has never read the book or watched the movies. I am so excited right now.
This
I just literally watched
It's a
all the
gift
movies.
to myself.
I have it. I got it for free
She
at the
got it for
library.
free, yeah.
I just watched all the movies because they're on Netflix now.
Lovely.
After you read it, we're watching
I don't have
the first
Netflix.
one.
We can log into
Because
mine.
when I tell you, one, it's a cinematic piece of history, and it is
is.
awfully made.
Honestly,
But it's so
I
good.
hate vampires. The only reason I like this was because it was dark academia. I hate vampire stories.
Okay.
They're in high school,
No. Yeah, they're
Does
in high
that help?
school.
but they're also like
see.
hundreds of years old.
Well, not Bella. Bella's not
Oh,
hundreds
okay.
of years old. It is in high school.
Okay. Well, we'll
It
see.
is set in high school.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just like vampire
I'm
trash.
so excited.
You'll read it in like a day. It's gonna be so quick for you.
And you'll get to know who the Volturi are. Do you get to read about them in the first book?
I think they're
I
like
think they
mentioned.
are, yeah.
They're
Volturi.
mentioned.
Lovely. Anyway, what'd you pick?
Heartless Hunter, which was on my
Oh,
summer
that's
TBR
fun.
anyway.
Yeah.
So that's
Did you
great.
Or did I?
Did I?
Let me see.
No, that's
That's-
my handwriting.
That is your handwriting.
Oh,
Which that was on my summer TBR anyway, so that works.
Oh,
Nice.
good.
Yeah.
The Trap.
Have you not read that?
No.
That's the book I think you might still have of mine. It was a if you still have it. It's a thriller
Oh, okay.
from half the perspective of the serial killer.
Oh,
It's really good.
Okay.
Do you have it though? I think I
Probably
lent it to you
somewhere.
a couple years ago, but
There's absolutely no telling where that book
well,
is
we'll
right
see if
now.
she has it.
I can look it up on Libby. My audiobook for The Wedding People.
I
just
loved it.
came open.
It's
Mine
so
just
good.
came open too.
Oh, interesting.
I had saved it,
Yeah,
The Trap.
but now
I'm
that
looking.
I've read the
Who
description of
writes
it, I
that?
don't know if I want to listen.
Catherine.
The Trap.
Shoot, if you hadn't
Bees in
said
the
it,
Trap. Catherine Howard.
let me see.
The audiobook's only 9
I think
hours.
that's it. Yeah.
I can borrow it right now, but I'm probably going to listen to The Wedding People.
Yeah, that's
first. Okay.
It's really good. I liked it.
Okay, I'll listen to it.
It was interesting. I've never read a book from that perspective.
Yeah.
And half the chapters are from that perspective.
How do I?
So
I'm excited because I wanted to read that soon anyway. So
At least mine will get done.
excited for
I'm
Katarina.
literally so excited that you pulled Twilight. That makes my heart happy.
This makes me so excited.
Anyway,
Katarina's gonna hate us.
She's gonna hate us so
I'm
bad.
not gonna hate it.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. I don't know. This Twilight is what made me love.
Can I just
reading.
watch the movie and call it a day?
No.
No. Okay, no. Because
Ugh.
Stephanie Meyer, I mean, she has a way with words in some parts.
You have to read it because I feel like the movie is a little cringe.
It very
so
cringe.
you have to
Their
read
makeup.
it.
I love watching that movie.
And then
though.
it is so cringe because I really don't feel like Bella's a good actor.
Caleb,
at all.
I need to show you this video. Caleb had Chandler on his back, and we were running down the driveway, and we're in the woods, and all I could hear was, "And if you think you could outrun me," like that's all that was.
Has he seen him?
No.
Oh,
But I was like, "Wait, can you do that? I need a video of this again."
But after you read the
Joy.
book, we have to watch
We
the movie.
have to watch the movie. You can't. I went to every midnight premiere.
Me
It
too.
had me
I
in
have
a
been
chokehold.
dreading pulling this book
But now it's gonna be done.
It's out of the way.
Wait, did you put it in there?
until you put book
No,
2 in there.
You put it in there.
Oh, I'll be putting New Moon in there.
I'll put Newman in there.
I have
too.
the whole box of books in my house.
Great.
I got it for Christmas.
Joy.
1 year.
Oh my gosh.
I read those books in high school probably 5 times.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
obsessed with them.
Same. They were like Harry Potter books. I would read them
See,
over and over and over.
in high school, I was like, everyone's obsessed with these. I am not reading it. I was
That
like,
the first-
absolutely not.
Well, that was
everyone's
the first
obsessed.
time I read smut in the 4th book.
Ew, is it?
Like in a YA version, yeah.
But they're married.
But they're married.
Okay, that's fine.
They don't do anything until they're married. He
He's
doesn't.
very
He's very
old-fashioned.
traditional.
Okay. Okay. We'll see.
See, that's
We'll
Because he's from the
see.
1920s, right?
right. Something like that.
Something like that.
He's old.
He's old.
All right.
Team Edwards.
Stay tuned
I
for
can't
my
wait to see what team you're on.
reaction.
What's our podcast next week? Is it
Beach reads.
Beach
Bees
reads?
reads. Yeah.
So
So-
we'll see y'all next week.
All right. Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye, guys.